And 1 kg is the mass of platinum, iridium, and alloy cylinder having height.
हिमांशु वीडियो ऑन करके बोलो बच्चे. When you speak some answer, your video should be on. ठीक है?
When 1
So that I can see
kg,
you are not speaking from the copy. Yeah.
when 1 kg mass of platinum, iridium, and alloy, whose height and the diameter is equal to 4 centimeter, and which is kept in the International Bureau of Weighing and Measurement in France, in Paris.
So 1 kg is the mass of platinum iridium alloy cylinder having height equal to diameter equal to 4 centimeter and preserved at International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Paris in France. So this was first definition that we did. Now we are going to do the second definition. 1 meter, I told you the basics that we are taking light here because the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 is per 8 meter per second. We are taking the reciprocal of that figure 1 over 3 into 10 raised per 8 so that cancellation takes place, and after that we get 1 meter. But side by side I told you that 1 over 3 into 10 raised per 8 we'll be taking its exact value, that is 1 over 299,792,458 part of a second. Okay, so let us do that. Right now, the definition of 1 meter. 1 meter is the distance traveled by light. 1 meter is the distance traveled by light in air. 1 meter is the distance traveled by light in air in 1 upon 299,792,458 seconds. 1 meter is the distance traveled by light in air in this much time, in 1 over 299,792,458 second. Okay? So this is called 1 meter. See, we have not mentioned that the speed of light is 3 into 10 per 8 meter per second. That is obvious. When we are mentioning that light is traveling in air, that is obvious कि इसकी speed 3 into 10 per 8 meter per second ही होगी. तो हमने वो definition में mention नहीं किया. ठीक है? Mind that we have not mentioned that in our definition. ठीक है? Now let us come to the third definition. Second, 1 second. So before doing the definition of 1 second, I should fix some picture in your mind. What is that? That 1 second, that is what? It is the unit of time, you know. And have you heard of cesium clocks? Cesium clocks are very, very accurate clocks. They are the most accurate clocks in the world. If 2 cesium clocks, they are allowed to run parallel, you know how much error they will show? Very small, 10 raised to power minus 11 second का error आएगा, जितना आप मतलब अकाउंट में भी नहीं ले सकते हो, आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. So cesium clocks are so regular because in case of cesium atom, when electron transits from some higher level to the lower level, the radiations emitted, the vibrations, they are very regular. They are most regular in this case. तो इसलिए फॉर द डेफिनेशन ऑफ 1 सेकेंड आप सीजियम क्लॉक को माइंड में रखना कि टाइम को मेजर करने के लिए सीजियम वाली डेफिनेशन आएगी. ठीक है? एंड इन दिस केस आल्सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर अ लॉन्ग नंबर. ठीक है? कितनी रेडिएशंस एमिट हो रही हैं जिनकी ड्यूरेशन को हम 1 सेकेंड बोलते हैं. आई एम राइटिंग दैट नंबर हियर, दैट इज 9192631770. I told you these are standard definitions, so the values that are given here we have to do. ठीक है? तो अब इसमें क्या होता है? One thing more, I told you कि there is transition between two hyperfine levels of cesium 133. 133 उसका atomic number है. And what is hyperfine level? Two hyperfine level means two very closely spaced levels of cesium. तो जब बहुत क्लोजली स्पेस लेवल्स ऑफ सीजियम में ट्रांजिशन होती है, इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप करता है, तो वो रेडिएशन एमिट करता है. ठीक है, आपको ये पता होगा, केमिस्ट्री में आपने पढ़ा होगा कि व्हेन इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप्स फ्रॉम सम हायर लेवल टू द लोअर लेवल आफ्टर 10⁻⁸ सेकंड्स देन इट एमिट्स रेडिएशंस। तो इस केस में इतनी रेडिएशंस एमिट हुई हैं व्हेन इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप्स फ्रॉम one level to another level in cesium 133 atom। तो इतनी रेडिएशंस को जो जितना टाइम लगता है दैट इज कॉल्ड 1 सेकंड। आप कहोगे 1 सेकंड में इतनी सारी रेडिएशंस कैसे आ गई? बिकॉज दीज रेडिएशंस, दीज वाइब्रेशंस आर वेरी फास्ट। 1 सेकंड में इतनी वाइब्रेशंस कवर हो गई। ठीक है, तो लिखिए डेफिनेशन 1 सेकंड की। 1 second is the duration of 1 second is the duration of 9192631770 radiations, इतने नंबर ऑफ रेडिएशंस, ठीक है, corresponding to transition between two hyperfine levels, corresponding to transition between two hyperfine levels of cesium 133 atom. Transition between two hyperfine levels of cesium 133 atom. Now you got it? So I repeat, 1 second is the duration of 9192631770 radiations corresponding to transition between two hyperfine levels of cesium 133 atom. So this is the definition of 1 second. बस यही ज्यादा difficult थी, बाकी definitions easy हैं. So one more definition we'll do today. फिर आप कुछ space leave कर दोगे for rest of the definitions. I can cover all the definitions today, but so that you can learn the definitions slowly, 2, 2, 3, 3 definitions. So that's why I'll be not covering all the definitions today. But if you want, I can. ठीक है? तो बाकी की हम कल कवर कर लेंगे, 2, 2, 3, 3 करेंगे. So only one more definition I'll be telling you today. All right. So next, let us define 1 ampere now. After this, हमने मीटर, केजी, सेकंड डिफाइन कर लिया. Now let us define 1 ampere. You know 1 ampere is the unit of current. Ampere is the name of a scientist. What did he do? He had taken two current carrying conductors, two current carrying wires. They were so thin. आप picture mind में create करो. They were parallel to each other. ठीक है, and they were having infinite length. ये डॉटेड का मतलब जब ये पिक्चर आपके माइंड में आएगी तो यू विल रिकॉल कि यस दिस इज ऑफ इनफाइनाइट लेंथ एंड मैंने इनको थिन बनाया है, बहुत थिन बनाया है, एक लाइन के जैसे. So that means they are having negligible area of cross section. Their thickness is very small, negligible. So negligible area of cross section placed 1 meter apart in vacuum. They have been kept 1 meter apart in vacuum. And when they carry the current, अगर 1 ampere का current carry कर रही है तो if they are carrying current they would be attracting or repelling each other. ठीक है, if they carry currents in the same direction they would attract each other. If they carry currents in the opposite direction they would repel each other. ठीक है, चलिए, तो when 1 ampere of current will flow through them they would repel each other with a force of 2 into 10⁻⁻7 न्यूटन पर मीटर. अब ये भी देखिए कि हमने फोर्स को न्यूटन में क्यों नहीं लिखा. Why I have written the force in न्यूटन पर मीटर? Because the length is not fixed. They are of infinite length. So we are telling the amount of force per 1 meter. हर 1 मीटर पे इतना फोर्स लगेगा, फिर नेक्स्ट 1 मीटर पे भी इतना फोर्स लगेगा. तो पर 1 मीटर we are telling the force because length of the wires is infinite. Length of the wires is not given to us. ठीक है, so I'll collect all the things together and now I'll state 1 ampere. I'll define 1 ampere. So listen to me. 1 ampere is the current that if maintained between two parallel straight wires of infinite length and of negligible area of cross section kept 1 meter apart in vacuum would have exerted a force of 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton per meter on each other. मतलब 1 एम्पियर वो करंट है अगर वो ऐसी दो वायर्स में से फ्लो करता जो बहुत थिन है और इनफाइनाइट लेंथ की हैं, have been kept 1 meter apart in vacuum, तब वो एक दूसरे के ऊपर इतना फोर्स एक्सर्ट करती. ठीक है, अगर उनमें से 1 एम्पियर का करंट फ्लो करता है ऐसी वायर्स में से, तो देन दे वुड हैव एक्सर्टेड दिस मच फोर्स ऑन ईच अदर. ठीक है, सो आई थिंक कि ये डाटा आपको हेल्पफुल होगा इन लर्निंग द डेफिनेशन. सो राइट डाउन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ 1 एम्पियर नाउ. 1 एम्पियर इज द करंट. 1 ampere is the current that if maintained between 1 ampere is the current that if maintained between two parallel wires of infinite length and of negligible area of cross section. Two wires of infinite length and of negligible area of cross section placed 1 meter apart in vacuum. Placed 1 meter apart in vacuum. अब डालो कॉमा. आपने वायर्स के बारे में सब कुछ बता दिया. Placed 1 meter apart in vacuum would have exerted a force of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton per meter on each other. ये लिखिए. Would have exerted a force of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton per meter on each other. ठीक है? Is that clear, students? तो आज के लिए 2 definitions बहुत हैं. Let's do the supplementary units also. उसकी definition भी आज ही कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, then only 3 definitions will remain that we will be covering tomorrow. ठीक है, so let us define 1 radian also, which is the unit of 1 ampere is the current. 1 ampere is the current that if maintained between two parallel wires of infinite length and of negligible area of cross section placed 1 meter apart in vacuum would have exerted a force of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton per meter on each other. Okay, clear है अब? चलिए, we are going to define the unit of plane angle, that is radian. ठीक है, चलिए. First of all, how do you define plane angle? ये पता है आपको plane angle कैसे define करते हैं? You do it, study it extensively in mathematics. Plane angle denoted by theta. We take a circle and we take certain arc of length L. Radius of the circle is R. Then it subtends an angle theta at the center. It subtends an angle theta at the center. And theta is given by L over R. ये पता है ना आपको सभी को, ये फॉर्मूला पता है. ठीक है. So this is how we can define plane angle. First of all, plane angle is defined as the ratio of length of arc to radius of a circle. ये आपकी प्लेन एंगल की डेफिनेशन है, बट वी नीड 1 रेडियन. उसकी डेफिनेशन चाहिए, तो लिख लीजिए पहले प्लेन एंगल की भी. प्लेन एंगल इज डिफाइंड एज द रेशियो ऑफ लेंथ ऑफ आर्क टू द रेडियस ऑफ अ सर्कल. इट्स यूनिट इज रेडियन. अब 1 रेडियन कब होगा? ये 1 कब होगा? थीटा 1 रेडियन कब होगा? इफ लेंथ ऑफ आर्क इज इक्वल टू रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल. इफ L is equal to R, put it here, theta will be L over N, that will be equal to 1. 1 what? इसका यूनिट क्या है? रेडियन. It would be 1 radian then. So this is how we connect the things together and we define 1 radian. So see what will be 1 radian then? आपने कंडीशन देख ली. इसके लिए क्या होना चाहिए? Length of arc should be equal to radius of the circle. Length of arc should be equal to radius of the circle. Right? So लिखिए definition of 1 radian की. So 1 radian is the plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to radius of the circle. What is 1 radian कब होगा? जब length of arc is equal to radius of the circle. So this is how we will connect these things together. We are not to show calculations in any case, but I am just telling you a way to learn. A way, we are not emphasizing cramming. I want you to understand the things, right? चलिए लिखिए 1 radian की definition now. 1 radian is the plane angle. 1 radian is the plane angle subtended, subtended, subtended at the center of a circle. 1 radian is the plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to radius of the circle. By an arc whose length is equal to radius of the circle. By an arc whose length is equal to radius of the circle. Is that clear? 1 radian. And you won't have heard of, I think, solid angle. आपको ये नहीं पता होगा कि solid angle क्या होता है. ठीक है, solid angle बिल्कुल इससे थोड़ा रिवर्स होता है. In this case, in case of angle, we are taking a circle, we are taking a bangle. एक बैंगल के एक रिंग के सेंटर पे जो एंगल बन रहा है वो है आपका प्लेन एंगल. बट फॉर सॉलिड एंगल यू कैन टेक अ वाटरमेलन, जो एक 3D ऑब्जेक्ट है. ठीक है, 3 डायमेंशनल ऑब्जेक्ट है. इफ यू कट अ स्क्वायर, यू नो, यू हैव ऑब्जर्व कि वाटरमेलन को कैसे कट करते हैं. वी कट अ स्क्वायर पीस फ्रॉम द सरफेस and then conically we take it up to the center, and if you take out that piece is conical. वो एक कोन टाइप का पीस निकलेगा. अगर आप सरफेस पे वाटरमेलन के एक स्क्वायर काट के उसको सेंटर तक ले जाओ तो यू कैन टेक आउट अ कोन. तो उस स्फीयर के सेंटर पे वो जो सरफेस एंगल बना रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड सॉलिड एंगल. सो इन प्लेस ऑफ सर्कल वी ऑलवेज हैव अ सॉलिड स्फीयर, and in place of 1 dimensional, that is 2 dimensional object. ठीक है, तो चलिए मैं आपको बना के दिखाती हूँ सॉलिड एंगल क्या होता है. लेट्स फर्स्ट डिफाइन दैट. सो सॉलिड एंगल is denoted by this symbol omega, and we are taking this, and we are taking a square piece out of it. तो ये जो एंगल बना है सेंटर में, दैट इज सॉलिड एंगल. ठीक है, तो सॉलिड एंगल बेसिकली दैट इज डिफाइंड एज एरिया ऑफ द सरफेस, जो हमने सरफेस कट आउट किया, एरिया ऑफ दैट सरफेस डिवाइडेड बाय स्क्वायर ऑफ रेडियस ऑफ द स्फीयर, डिवाइडेड बाय स्क्वायर ऑफ रेडियस ऑफ द स्फीयर. Okay, so let us define solid angle first of all. Like we had defined plane angle, theta is L by R, ratio of length of arc to radius of the circle. Solid angle is defined as the ratio of area of the surface to the square of radius of the sphere. लिख लीजिए solid angle की definition क्या होता है. Solid angle is defined as the ratio of area of the surface, ratio of area of the surface to the square of radius of the sphere. R square है ना यहाँ पे, to the square of radius of the sphere. ठीक है, अब ये 1 कब होगा? We want it to be 1 steradian. ये 1 कब होगा? If area of the surface becomes equal to square of radius of the square. अगर ये r square की इक्वल हो जाए तो सॉलिड एंगल हो जाएगा आपका r square divided by r square, that will be equal to 1. 1 what? 1 steradian. So this is how we can define 1 steradian. 1 steradian is the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by a surface whose area is equal to square of radius of the sphere. तो बिल्कुल बस एक स्टेप हाई गए, जैसे हमने प्लेन एंगल लिया था यहाँ पे, एरिया आर्क की, हियर वी हैव टेकन एरिया ऑफ अ सरफेस, ठीक है, वहां आर्क की यहाँ पे सरफेस है, वहां लेंथ की यहाँ पे एरिया है, दैट इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर ऑफ रेडियस, वहां पे आर्क है यहाँ पे आर्क स्क्वायर, ठीक है। सो इन प्लेस ऑफ रेडियन वी गेट टी रेडियन। चलिए अब लिखिए इनको, 1 स्टीरेडियन की डेफिनेशन आ जाएगी इफ वी कनेक्ट ऑल दीज थिंग्स टुगेदर। सो 1 स्टीरेडियन इज द सॉलिड एंगल, 1 स्टीरेडियन इज द सॉलिड एंगल subtended at the center of a sphere. Wait Diya, wait. It is the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by a surface whose area is equal to, by a surface whose area is equal to the square of radius of the sphere, whose area is equal to the square of radius of the sphere. So I repeat, 1 steradian is the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by a surface whose area is equal to the square of radius of the sphere. By a surface whose area is equal to square of radius of the sphere. I hope these definitions are clear to you. Out of 9 definitions, we have done how much? We have done 6 definitions. ठीक है, 2 definitions कल कर ली थी, 5 हमने आज कर लिए, 3 हम कल कर लेंगे, ठीक है। चलिए अब नेक्स्ट करते हैं SI system of units advantages. Next topic, write down advantages of SI system of units. Advantages of SI system of units. First of all, this system is rational system of units. This system is rational system of units means कि all the forms of one physical quantity they are assigned one unit. Like you know there are so many forms of energy. कितनी सारी energies सुनी हुई आपने, kinetic energy, potential energy, muscular energy, mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, nuclear energy, chemical energy, कितनी सारी energies आपने सुनी हुई हैं. But you know all the energies have single unit, joule. हर एनर्जी का एक ही यूनिट है. ऑल द फॉर्म्स ऑफ वन फिजिकल क्वांटिटी दे हैव बीन असाइंड सिंगल यूनिट. दैट मींस दिस SI सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट्स इज रैशनल सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट्स. देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन. अर्लियर क्या होता था? काइनेटिक एनर्जी का यूनिट जूल होता था, हीट एनर्जी का यूनिट कैलोरी होता था, न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी का यूनिट इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट होता था. So different forms of energy they had different units and created a lot of confusion. तो SI ने क्या किया है? रैशनलाइज कर दिया सिस्टम. उसने एक जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज की सारी फॉर्म्स को सिंगल यूनिट असाइन कर दिया. तो SI यूनिट सभी का जूल. हीट एनर्जी आल्सो हैज द स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट जूल. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रैशनल सिस्टम. Okay, write down what is meant by the term rational system of units. Means all the forms. It means that all the forms of one physical quantity have been assigned a single unit. All the forms of one physical quantity have been assigned a single unit. For example, all the forms of energy have the unit joule. So you can add this example here. For example, all the forms of energy have the single unit joule. Is that clear, students? Right? Second is SI system of units. It's a coherent system. It is a coherent system of units. What is meant by coherent? Means that different units and subunits, they are correlated. They can be obtained by multiplication or division. जैसे मैंने explain किया कि हम आगे से आगे न्यू क्वांटिटीज जो है वो निकालते जाते हैं, तो वो सब कोरिलेटेड है, वो सब कोहेरेंट है, सब एक दूसरे के साथ रिलेटेड है. ठीक है, तो लिख लीजिए different units and subunits. Different units and subunits are related and can be obtained by multiplication or division. They can be obtained by multiplication or division. So on and on we go on exploring new physical quantities from the previous quantities, either by multiplication or by division. Like we started from distance and displacement, फिर हमने speed निकाली, speed से acceleration निकाली, acceleration से force निकाला, force के बाद work निकाला. तो हमने देखा कि all were connected, all were related to each other, all the system is coherent. Third thing is it's an absolute system of units. It's an absolute system of units. Use of G is eliminated. G का use इसमें नहीं करते हैं, वो gravitational units में किया जाता है. For example, I tell you what are the units of force? Newton. Absolute units of force are Newton and dyne. ठीक है, but the gravitational units of force are kg weight and gram weight, जो आपने 9th में पढ़े होंगे. Same way, what are the SI units of work? Joule and erg. But the gravitational units of work are kg meter and gram centimeter. वो gravitational है, where the use of small g is there. So you can write the meaning of absolute system of units means, or the units are here, the use of small g is eliminated. The units are absolute, not gravitational. Use of small g has been eliminated. The units are absolute units, not gravitational units. Then fourth advantage is it is a metric system of units. Metric का मतलब all the units and subunits are related to each other through the powers of 10. जैसे कि आपको पता है 1 meter is 100 centimeter, तो 10 की पावर है 2 यहाँ. 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, तो 10 की पावर है 3 यहाँ. तो 10 makes it very easy. जो 10 के multiples हैं, that makes the system very comfortable. एक G 9.8 देखो आपसे संभाला नहीं जाता. आप 9th में न्यूमेरिकल्स करते थे and you used to say कि हम 9.8 को 10 ले लें, हम 9.8 रहने दें, ऐसे ही करते थे ना, क्योंकि 9.8 से कैलकुलेशन आपकी कॉम्प्लिकेट हो जाती है. 10 makes the calculation very simple. So it is a metric system of units. That means all the units and subunits are related to each other through the powers of 10. So for that purpose, to show that how the units are related to each other through the powers of 10, tomorrow I will be drawing a table of positive and negative powers. Okay? So then we will do conversions also. Is that clear, students?